5 minutes.
It's the Harford Invitational, and it's the first time in 10 years that we've had it. It's kind of going back to the old Harford County Championship days. Just talking to the coaches, we wanted to get something a little more local.
Almost here, kick it in!
You know, little local bragging rights for the kids, and we'll see how it goes. So great day, almost every school's here, so we'll see.
It's an absolutely spectacular fall day at Tollgate Park, and the only two Harford County schools not here are North Harford and Joppatown. The girls take off first, and we've got the same pair leading the way throughout the 3-mile course, two familiar rivals, John Carroll Jr. Adria Pirozzi, and one of the Koga triplets, C. Milton Wright Sr. Pam Koga. Now, earlier this season, Koga beat Pirozzi, so maybe a little payback going on as Pirozzi sprints to the line for the win at 19:24:30.
Today was, I think, my PR for a 3-mile. So at the beginning, I was just trying to stay near the lead and keep my pace, and it worked pretty well overall. And then I was just pacing myself off of Pam and then trying to stay with her, and we were like pushing each other through the whole race. And then I just kind of felt pretty good at the end, so then I just kind of went for it.
In the team standings, though, C. Milton comes out on top, and for the Mustangs, it's all about depth. Koga second, Jessica Rogers fifth, and then look at this parade of white jerseys. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, all Mustangs. And that's a good sign for head coach Donnie Mickey, who's trying to get C. Milton peaking at just the right time.
They've been doing pretty good. We've had a few setbacks, but they're working really hard. We don't tend to race as much as the other schools. Like for the girls, this is their, I think, 4th 5K.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of schools, it's probably 8 or 9. It's just something we've always done. So we hope today is the beginning of like end of the season roll.
So you build up instead of tapering down.
Right. We'll taper at the end, but we focus a lot more on training. And if you're racing 2 times a week, it's really hard to train. So we try to race at the beginning of the season about once every 2 weeks or once every 10 days.
Next up, the boys race. And this one, pardon the pun, was a runaway. Beller sophomore Kieran McDermott well in front of the pack. He crosses the line at 15:38:30. That's almost 30 seconds ahead of John Carroll's Evan Moore. But the team title goes to Edgewood, where over the last 4 years, head coach Jerry Henderson has brought the Rams program back to life.
The team's doing pretty well this year. We have a senior Latin team. We most likely will be in a rebuilding mode next year. But our seniors are doing great. Our guys are doing great, led by Sam Verk, who's a senior, David Giambazzo, Tim Johnson, Ben Gorski, Ryan Burgess, who's a junior. The great thing about these kids is they have a lot of heart. They compete. They have great work ethic. And the kids in the hallways at Edgewood High School see that. They see the success. We've run real well. We'll run this year. We won the Chesapeake Division. Last year, if you remember, we won the Elkback Conference Championship, first time since 1970 at Edgewood High School. So while in the past people have thought that Edgewood High School was a sprinting school, the 4 years I've been there, we've really instilled a distance program there, having continuity year-round the program, and it's really worked out well.
1, 2, 3, let's get tropical! Let's go!
Guys like Langston and Lanier, Lanier's now at Morgan, Langston's at Stevenson. You've got to be really proud of that and what kind of an example that they are setting for everybody else in your program.
Yeah, I tell you, you can get emotional when you think about some of these kids. You know, you take them under your wing like your sons, or I like to call them my very old uncle, you know. But some of the kids, you know, at any school, not just Edgewood, are looking for mentorship, looking to look up to somebody, and, you know, some of them really don't know where they're going in 9th and 10th grade or what their goals are, or, and I think the one thing that I've instilled is to have the kids to dream big.
How far has this program come from when you took over 4 years ago until now?
You know, listen, when I came down to Edgewood 4 years ago, I was impressed with the brand new school. You know, I was like, wow, this is great. It's a beautiful campus. I had fun designing the course. But when I came out there, we had 5 people on our first day of practice. I had Lanier, and I said, well, I got something to work with. You know, he's the foundation, but then I picked up great guys like Michael Giambazzo, who's now at Belmont University. So it's just that enthusiasm and excitement in the hallway, and you know, I think coaching, you know, basically I do this because I love the sport and I love to help kids. You know, certainly don't do it for the money.
Not doing it for the money.
We're not doing it for the money. There's no doubt about it. but it takes someone in ninth grade and kind of build them up and then watch them succeed. And then the one thing that I pitch with our kids is that they really reach out to the running community, in Bel Air or Falls Seymour, Wright, all the schools out there. They try to get the kids together in the summer, train together. They all know each other, and we encourage the other teams to be successful too.